Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today our topic is life cycles of a bacteriophage, or I can also say my topic is life cycle of a virus. As I told you in my previous lecture, Introduction to Viruses, that bacteriophage is one of the complex viruses and it is used whenever scientists have to research anything on viruses. They take bacteriophage and research it. It's used mostly by the researchers who research on viruses. So here also scientists have explained life cycles of a bacteriophage to explain life cycle of a virus. So let's get started. Life cycle of a bacteriophage is two types. Number first is lytic cycle. Number second is lysogenic cycle. So we are going to learn both of the cycles today itself. So the term lytic is derived from the word lysis. Lysis means breakdown, and this word lytic indicates that in the end, in the last step of the bacterial lytic cycle, the bacterial cell wall undergo the process of lysis. This means the bacterial cell wall will be broken down. Why? Due to the virus which will attack it, and the cycle it will undergo will be lytic cycle, and in the end what will happen, bacterial cell wall will be broken down. And when bacterial cell wall will be broken down, what happens? The death of host cell occurs. The death of host cell occurs. For example, this is the original condition of cell, and after undergoing the process of lysis, this will be the condition of cell, means its wall would be broken down and it will undergo death. Like in the end, it will be the death of the host cell. Host cell means bacterial cell. So lytic cycle, what happens? In the end, death of the host cell occurs. What happens? Death of the host cell occurs. So another term which is used when studying lytic cycle is virulent virus. So what is virulent virus here? So virulent virus is the virus which can cause death of the host cell. For example, if I am saying there are two types of viruses, one is cancer and one is rhinovirus. Rhinovirus cause cold, while cancer virus cause cancer. So both are the diseases. Cold is one thing, cold is treated, and if we don't take medicines also, then it won't cause that damage that will cause death of our cell, right? We won't die due to cold. But of cancer, it's untreated, and even if we try to treat it, at the end 98% of the people suffering from cancer are dying. They will die at the end. So this is the difference. So why, see now, both are the viruses, right? Cancer is also a virus and rhinovirus is also a virus. So why rhinovirus cause a less dangerous disease, and the cancer virus cause a more dangerous disease? Same is the case. If for example I am saying this is more dangerous, this will cause death, so I am saying that it is virulent virus because it causes the death of the cell. Whereas rhinovirus does not cause death of the cell, it is temperate virus. It can, cold can be with you for long time, for years or so, if you don't get it treated, but it won't harm you. You won't die suddenly. Of course 98% people are surviving having cold even if they are not getting any treatment. So what is virulent virus? Virulent virus is the virus which is very dangerous and can cause death of the host cell. So virulent virus always undergoes lytic cycle. And number third point is that the lytic cycle is not converted into lysogenic cycle. I am repeating, lytic cycle is not converted into lysogenic cycle. So now we are studying the second type of cycle, which is lysogenic cycle. In the lysogenic cycle, death of host cell do not occur. Now if death of host cell do not occur, what happens, like I said that cold can be with you for years if you don't get it treated, but it won't harm you that much as cancer harms. So the same case is with the lysogenic cycle. What happens when a virus which is observing lysogenic cycle attacks any bacterial cell? What happens, it goes into the bacterial cell, it mixes with the DNA, and it stays with it for the years, for the months, for the days, till it can be converted into lytic cycle. Like, it's being divided, it's being replicated along with the host cell DNA, but it won't harm the host. It will be like a silent attacker. It won't attack. It will be with the host cell, it will be with the host cell until it converts into the lytic cycle. This means that lysogenic cycle can be converted into lytic cycle. It can be converted into lytic cycle. And here we use the term virulent viruses, which was the dangerous virus. Here we'll use the word temperate virus, which will be a calm virus. It will be calm and it will be with the host until it gets angry. When this virus will get angry, it will convert into virulent virus and start observing lytic cycle. So now we are going to discuss the steps of the lytic cycle and the steps of the lysogenic cycle. I have already drawn the diagrams here. These diagrams are mentioned in the Synbook Board Biology. If you want to see it, then you can see it from there also. So here the first step of lytic cycle is that when a virus, specifically when a virulent virus attacks a bacterial cell, it first attaches itself with the help of its envelopes. It first attaches itself with the help of its envelopes to the bacterial cell wall. The first step is attachment. It attaches itself with the help of its envelopes to the bacterial cell wall. So the second step is penetration. So what is penetration here? When the virus will get attached to the cell, what will happen? It will send its one of the part, means a hollow core, means an empty core inside the bacterial cell wall. And now when the core will enter the bacterial cell, so it will send its DNA inside of the bacterial cell. Here see, DNA quantity is very much, but here the DNA is already transferred into the bacterial cell and some of its remaining, which is also going inside the bacterial cell. So when the whole DNA enters the bacterial cell, the third steps occur. The third step is, one thing is that the viral part which is left outside of the cell, because DNA now went inside of the cell, but the viral part, means the capsid, the envelopes and whatever else which are the viral parts which are left outside the cell, will be ghost, means that would be non-living, and it will be like any material which is there, and it will not have any value. Its value was due to DNA which entered the bacterial cell now. And what will happen secondly in this step will be, cell's DNA will be hydrolyzed. Means when viral DNA enters the cell, it will break the cell's DNA. It will break the cell's DNA into pieces. Here you can see the cell's DNA is very much, but here it's broken into pieces. And what will happen then if it's broken into pieces, then viral DNA will be dominant, and cell's DNA won't have any value. It won't have any value. All the works will be done by viral DNA. So these are the three main things of the third step. And now what will happen as the fourth step? As I said that the viral DNA will be dominant in the third step, so it will start making its proteins. How? It will ask ribosomes to make cells protein which are necessary for cell. It will ask it to make proteins which are necessary to make viral parts like capsid, like envelopes, like any other part of the virus, like the DNA molecule. First of all, it will make the parts. Here see, the different parts are made. These are the envelopes, this is the capsid, this is the DNA molecule. So when these parts will be made, there is any, first of all, parts be made. And now there is one of the other stages which is not mentioned in book, but it's mentioned in one side. What will happen? These parts will be arranged. For example, this is capsid, this is envelope, this is a hollow core. See, they will be arranged, and this means viruses will be made. So what is this step called? Arrangement of parts of viruses. Means viruses parts will be arranged and viruses will be made. So now the last step will occur. The last step is the word lysis. As I explained, the lytic word is taken from the word lysis, and at last stage, here we are explaining the last stage. This is the last stage of the lytic cycle. So in the last stage of the lytic cycle, what happens? Lysis occurs. Means the breakdown of the wall occurs, breakdown of the cell wall occurs. So what virus does here is it releases an enzyme known as lysozyme. This lysozyme enzyme asks the cell wall of the bacterial cell to decompose, to break down, and thus the lysis of the bacterial cell wall occurs. And thousands of the these virulent viruses are split out, and then these virulent viruses attack some other healthy bacterial cell. So now the next topic is lysogenic cycle. So it's very simple as compared to the lytic cycle, because in that death of the host cell do not occur. This is undergone by a temperate virus. Temperate virus undergoes lysogenic cycle. So what happens when this virus attaches itself with the bacterial cell wall? It penetrates, and the DNA of it enters the bacterial cell. So this is the viral DNA, and this is the cell's DNA, bacterial DNA. So what happens in the second stage? It does not, the DNA is not hydrolyzed. The cell's DNA is not hydrolyzed here. See, the condition is the same in the second stage. And the third stage, what happens? The third stage is the prophage, the main stage of the lysogenic cycle. What happens? This viral DNA mixes up with the bacterial DNA, and this structure is formed. So what happens now when it is mixed with the viral DNA, cell's DNA? So it will keep replicating along with the host cell, because it's not dominant. Here viral DNA is not dominant. Dominant is cell's DNA. It is not hydrolyzed, so it will keep reproducing, and along with that cell's DNA, viral DNA will also be keep reproducing. And whenever it will turn angry, it will be separated from the host cell, and it will undergo lytic cycle. So this is all about our lecture. I hope you understood our lecture. There are 5 steps in the lytic cycle and 4 steps in the lysogenic cycle. This is undergone by a virulent virus. This is undergone by a temperate virus. In this cycle, death of the host cell occurs. In this cycle, death of the host cell do not occurs, but death of the host cell occurs when lysogenic cycle is converted into lytic cycle again. So I hope you got some knowledge from our lecture, and if you understood our lecture, please do like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.